Hey y'all. I did work out today, but I didn't film it. But I did get a picture of my physique. Um, I will be showing you. Well, first I'll teach you the lesson of the day, and then I'll show you my physique. Um, and then I will tell you how I did my workout today. But this is a basis for you guys. All right. So today's lesson is the best way to train your shoulders. Now, the shoulder is made of multiple muscles that can be combined into four different components. The first component is the rotator cuff, the second is the front delt, the third is the side delt, and the fourth is the rear delt. When training the shoulders, we need to try and hit all these components. Therefore, we need to perform different exercises that will hit these components. There is something that we need to know before going through the workout, though, and that is the fact that the front delt doesn't need isolation work because it is hit in most, if not all, pressing movements. Now that we know this, we can get into the workout. I would recommend starting with exercises that hit the rotator cuff, then going on to the compound pressing movements, and then hitting your isolation movements. So now I will be showing you, well, not showing you, but now I'll be telling you a shoulder workout that I would follow. It's an example. You don't got to follow it exactly, but this is how I would do it. It goes as follows. I would start with the rotator cuff in order to get warmed up so that way you don't throw out your shoulders. So I have 3 supersets. The first one is a cable interior rotation and a cable exterior rotation. These are important because the rotator cuff has 2 roles, and that's to rotate your arm like this and to rotate your arm like this, and while your elbow's staying fixed. So pretty much like this and going out. So I would do I would do that superset together back to back, 4 by 15 to 20. And once you hit failure, do partials until you can no longer move the weight. From there, your set's done, rest a minute, and then go back into it. You're going to do that 4 times. Second thing, the second superset I would do is the overhead push press as one of your main compound movements, and then a leaning lateral raise, or really any lateral raise, but leaning is better. Now this can be cable or dumbbell. Dumbbells you could use regular, or you can grab something lean and do it like this. And when you're leaning, it makes the curve of the movement better. Cable keeps it a consistent curve all the way through, but when you lean with the cable, it'll more align it towards what you're trying to hit. So I would do a leaning lateral raise of some kind, whether that's cable or dumbbells. And again, with each exercise, for the overhead push press, it'd be 10 to 12, and once you fail, do partials until you can't move the weight anymore. With the leaning lateral raises, 15 to 20 to failure, and then after you fail, do partials until you can't go anymore. After that, you're going to do that 4 times, but you're going to rest a minute between each set. The last superset is upright rows. This can be cable or barbell, and rear delt flies. With the upright rows, you want to hit 10 to 12 reps to failure, and then hit partials until you can no longer move the weight. And with the rear delt flies, you can use cable or dumbbells. If you're using cable, set them up all the way to the top, or however high above your head you can reach, and then grab each cable across like this and then pull. That's how you would do the cables. With the dumbbells, you would be leaned over. I would recommend a prone rear delt fly if you're going to use dumbbells. And it's best to not have your hand like this, but to rotate it where your pinky's up and boom, like that. You can also use reverse pec deck if you have one available. So this is the example workout that I would follow. I'm just going to go over it one more time, and then we'll be done with today's lesson, and then I'll show you my physique when it comes to what my shoulder was looking like, and then I'll talk about the workout that I did today, and yeah, that'll end up being the end of the video. So just to recap real quick on the example of the best shoulder workout, you would have 3 supersets. The first superset would be a cable interior rotation and a cable exterior rotation. Each one in the rep range of 15 to 20 reps. And after you fail in that rep range, hit partials until you can't move the weight anymore. You're going to do 4 sets of that with a 1-minute rest in between. Now, the second superset is the overhead push press and the leaning lateral raises. With the overhead push press, you want to hit 10 to 12 reps to complete failure. And then once you can't hit any more full reps, do partials until you can't budge the weight. Okay, and with the leaning lateral raises, you can use cable or dumbbells. I recommend cable, but whatever you have available to you. You want to hit 15 to 20 reps with that, since it's an isolation movement. And once you fail in the 15 to 20 rep range, you're going to do partials till you can't move the weight anymore. Now, the third superset, that's going to be an upright row and a rear delt fly. When you're doing your upright rows, you can use cable or you can use a barbell. I liked using cables. That's what I used today, just because I feel it a little bit better and I can do a little bit more weight. But if you want to do barbell, go ahead. Just make sure you get up to the nipple line and you don't use too much momentum. And with the rear delt flies, you can use cable. That's what I prefer. You go all the way up, you cross your arms across, you grab each cable with the opposite arm, that it's with the opposite side arm, and yeah, that's how you would set that up. You could use dumbbells by laying on a bench and having your hand like this and boom, or you can use the pec deck machine and do reverse pec deck. All right, so that's the example workout. So now I'm going to show you how my physique looked today, because all I showed was my shoulders, so I'm going to show my shoulders. And then while I'm showing you that, I'm going to explain to you what I did today for my workout. So I hope y'all are enjoying the video. And if you are, please like and subscribe and hop on that gain train. And if you're already on the gain train, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for following me. Not following me, but watching my videos. But those of you that are not, subscribe, hit that bell, and like the video. And if you really enjoy this video or find it helpful, please share it with somebody else. All right. So I'm going to go into what my physique looked like today, my shoulders looked like, and yeah, that'll be the end of today's video. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Alrighty, guys. So, this is what I'm looking like. This is what my shoulder looks like. Now, it usually shows more definition, but in this room, I had terrible lighting, and it showed more definition in person. But that's what my shoulder looked like in poor lighting 15 minutes after my workout. I had a really good workout, and I think I have a decent look right there. But I'm at 22% body fat right here. All right, so the workout that I did in order to train my shoulders today was I didn't do the cable interior rotation or the cable exterior rotation, and I wish I would have, because it wouldn't have made my shoulders feel like they were tweaking. But I started immediately with the overhead push press. Again, 10 to 12 reps to complete failure, and then partials, like I told you that to do with the overhead push press. Now, instead of supersetting it, I did all the overhead push press together, and then I went immediately to the leaning lateral raises. I used a cable. I hit 15 to 20 reps, and I was using 90 pounds all the way up and all the way back down. And again, after you hit failure, do a bunch of partials until you can't no more. And I did all those together. After that, I did the rear delt flies with the cables. I used 40 pounds, failed in the 15 to 20 rep range, and I did partials as well. And with the last movement I did today was the upright rows. I used a cable. I put full stack, then I put a 45-pound plate on, and it felt pretty good. I failed in the 10 to 12 rep range, and I really maxed out those partials as much as possible. And it worked really well for me. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say today. That's my workout. This is what I looked like right here. That's what my shoulders looking like. That's the important part. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And peace, y'all. And like I said, hop on that gain train. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.